now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
All right, let's get straight to the content. I know what y'all here for. We're going to get straight to it. Did Freeway Rick Ross save Wack 100 life? Let's go check it out.
This time last year, Freeway Rick and Wack was on the phone. And he told Wack, hey, my people seen you in Miami, sending a subtle threat towards Wack. And the reason why he was sending that subtle threat was because Wack released paperwork of Rick testifying or giving a statement on a drug dealer in Ohio. Now, it's no secret because Freeway Rick has testified on this before, and he has stated that the reason why he, I guess, told on a drug dealer in Ohio is because the drug dealer told on him first, which is not snitching, essentially cancels itself out. But because of that threat, Wack was even more motivated to spread this paperwork to the world. So after the threat, all right, Wack took it upon himself to come back on the Adam and Wack show and have Adam read the paperwork.
I had to flip on him yesterday. He got out of line yesterday.
So not on Vlad. Like you guys subsequently were talking about it?
600 recorded it. It's up on his page.
Okay.
600 recorded. Because he said some weird. He said, yeah, I see you're getting the pressure. My Zoe boys saw you in Miami and chased you down and you ran to the cops. I said, where? Miami. Nigga, I wasn't in no motherfucker. Miami.
Wait, that's what 600 said about
this
you?
is what Freeway Rick said.
Oh, okay.
I said, bro, you got to be the biggest boat. Now they got Wack sightings in Miami. I ain't been to Miami since I did the Danzig. I got to be with that Memorial Day or whatever that was. A couple months, right?
Yeah.
All right, now.
We've been working this building.
We're going to stop it right there, man. So Freeway Rick said, man, my partners seen you in Miami and they chased you down to the police. Now, either that's somebody trying to be cool with Freeway Rick and tell him, yeah, man, we seen it. You know how dudes talk, man. Yeah, we seen your boy, man. We had to run down on him, you know what I mean? But it ain't got no proof. We living in the era right now where every phone got a computer on it, and this is all the proof that you need. And 9 times out of 10, when somebody sees somebody, I know they gonna record that stuff to make it look good. So let's see where this is going.
Doing around here so much. So but Freeway Rick, he's harmless. He was never known for being like one of those dudes. But the crazy part about it, you know me, bro. I was real passive with dude. Now, this is what's weird. What's weird is I've always defended Freeway. If you Google Freeway Rick, snitch on police, it pops up. Wack 100 has always defended this. I don't care about that. We were running content, I believe, on the YouTube, the 100 Show channel on Big Meech. At the end of it, this is what's weird. Loose Cannon, right? Says Freeway Rick's a snitch too. I say, bro, Freeway Rick ain't told on nobody. That's the police. I don't count that. Nah, he told on some dudes out of Ohio and some this, that. I said, you ain't got to work.
How did Loose Cannon know all this? How did Loose Cannon know who Freeway Rick told on in Ohio? Street dudes ain't never heard this before. I've never heard it before.
I got it. He sends it. When he sends it to me, I read it because we're all on the StreamYard. It's like 10 of us, right? This is the first I ever heard of this, right? Because it's Freeway. I didn't even dig into it. I did some selective politicking things.
Some backstory here. The reason why they were even on the phone arguing is because him and Wack 100 had an argument on Vlad TV. So Vlad called Wack when he was there, and Wack essentially said the same thing he just said here about how some dude is telling him that you told in Ohio, and they had a back and forth. Now, Wack didn't really seem too committed to exposing him during that call. Wack was saying, hey, man, I heard this. I didn't really read it too much. But afterwards, because of that phone call they had where, he's threatening Wack, Wack then had Adam read the paperwork. And I'll be real, I haven't seen the paperwork. I've never read it. But from what I hear, it's really bad. And, this really, really, really pissed off Rick and people around him.
It been people on Clubhouse wanting to expose Freeway, and I wouldn't let it happen, right? So now I see Loose Cannon calls Freeway the other day. I see what Wack punk ass did to you. That ain't right. Bozo, you the one alerted us to the paperwork. I let it go. He called my bluff on Vlad. I'm a man with an ego. It's a lot of people looking. So we sent him his paperwork.
And how's the paperwork looking?
Oh, you want it? So he tells on the plug, he tells on the other people in the operation, these aren't LAPD.
You're saying this is all in his paperwork, clear as day. Like there's no debate to be had.
There's no motherfucking debate. Ain't no debate. You go, I put it in my story. You go to section 3. If you read going down,
Well, he's not no gang member. He's not in the street life. He was a drug dealer. I don't think that's what drug dealers do. We know a whole lot of drug dealers that get caught up, and the first thing they do is go tell. Not all of them, but some of them do. They be having you in their back pocket hoping they get caught, and they already know they gonna tell on you.
don't see he's telling.
In the defense case, Ross's attorney called Los Angeles Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Emick, the prosecutor in the Big Spender trial, and elicited testimony about the nature of the case and the extent of Ross's cooperation. Ross's defense, however, focused on a claim of entrapment. Dr. Melvin Bouquet, Ross's former tennis coach, testified that Ross had complained that someone was harassing him to do a drug deal despite Ross's protest that he was no longer involved in the drug trade and he had gone straight. James Gallipeau, a Los Angeles probation officer who had worked with Ross on anti-gang projects, testified that Ross was addicted to the drug business and was very vulnerable after his release from jail. Ross's girlfriend, Marilyn Stubblefield, testified that Blandon and his wife had made frequent calls to Ross. Oh, okay.
Keep reading.
Wise, listen. This the thing, man. Adam 22, he's a podcaster. It ain't like even that Freeway Rick did do some snitching and Adam 22 is reading it. What is he reading it for? He ain't gonna do nothing about it. He just reading it. He shouldn't even be this concerned or interested in this at all.
Ross testified on his own behalf and told of his story in the drug trade. He testified that his business had grown rapidly once Blandon began to supply him cocaine at a low price. Ross said that he and Blandon became friends as Blandon taught him about the drug trade. Ross testified that he tried to get out of the drug business after his run-in with the corrupt officers in Los Angeles, but Blandon kept trying to pull him back in.
Quite frankly, I ain't no street dude. If Freeway Rick did testify, good for him, all right? If he got another street dude off the streets, good, all right? You know, that's just another...
Hey, this cat right here, he don't care, man. Hey, he's after another one. Good. Hey, but yeah, man, hey, nobody, I ain't seen nobody tripping on Freeway about it. Nobody, that's one thing. They don't care. Nobody even care about if he did or not. He's still moving around, still doing what he's doing out here. Still get love from the streets. Nobody ain't really tripping off of him.
Dusty Ninja off the streets, all right? We love him for that, all right? Snitch. However, you can't tell and then come back and play, which I'll be real, I haven't really seen Freeway Rick play the tough guy role. Right now, like he is completely readapted to what I'll believe is a civilian life. He's doing his podcasting stuff. He's doing the boxing stuff. He don't really speak as if he's still in that lifestyle. But nonetheless, though, your past is your past. Now, this is where he went wrong at. So during his Vlad TV interview, right, he tells Vlad that people around him is telling him that if Wack mentions his name again, they gonna go to jail because they not gonna go for no disrespect of Freeway Rick. And I'm like, bro, you are a podcaster. You are a man who's doing great things. You know, who's...
Yeah, but why is Freeway Rick even telling Vlad that? If this really happened and there's some street stuff and somebody getting at you on some street stuff and say, look, man, if dudes say your name one more time, we're going to handle that. You don't come to the internet and tell a white person, hey, man, the homies in the street said they going to get him if he speak on me again. Everybody is in the wrong, man. Everybody. Should none of this stuff even be on the internet? If you know somebody that's going to get him, why would you even come and say something? You should have just left it at that. Let him say it again. Was this a warning? Was this a scare tactic to say, man, if you speak on my name, I got some goons that's going to get you? Now, if the goons go get him, you didn't already expose him. You might lie. That dude you talking about, he ain't going to want to deal with you no more.
But boxing, why do you even want to give off that perception? Why do you even want the world to know that there are savages and goons who are willing to ride for you? Like, why is that something you want out there? And if that's the case, why would you then alert the public that if anything happens to Wack, that y'all did it.
I had Freeway Rick
I ain't even seen this video. I just seen the title. Same thing. And he's a civilian. He ain't even from the streets. And basically just said the same thing I said.
on my show recently. There was a clip that came out that talked about you. Did you see it?
Stirred up a big mess.
What do you mean?
Everybody in Hoover Hood went crazy.
How so?
And then you say, come on, Rick. Everybody in Hoover Hood went crazy. Why'd you eat? Come on, man. You know, come on, bruh. I'm just doing the reaction, man. You shouldn't even said everybody in who should have left the Hoover out. They should have said, man, every couple of people I know went crazy. You ain't got to say where they from.
Man, one dude called me and he said, Rick, I just got out of prison. Don't make me go back. And I was like, huh? He was like, if that dude do anything to you or say anything else to you, boom.
I know Freeway Rick is from Hoover territory because when he did his interview with T-Rail, like T-Rail told him, yo, you lived across the street from boom, boom, boom. You know my boom, boom. So like he is a familiar face. He is somebody who's a legendary name from that particular territory.
Oh, no. He's one of the most famous names out here, period. One of the most biggest names in LA history, period.
Sorry. Now, is Freeway Rick a Hoover? I don't know if he ever got put on. I don't know if he is an official gang member or not. And it's news to me that when he says everybody in Hoover territory is tapping it. Now, as far as I know, the Hoovers are divided. Now, right, I think he's from 5 Deuce, right? I think Rick is from 5 Deuce, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, like, 5 Deuce is a little different than other territories, right? So the fact that, first off, like, I don't know for Hoovers to get along. They always beefing online. But for all the Hoovers to be tapping in saying, man, hey, bro, if Wack say your name again, we crashing. I don't know if I'm buying that specifically. I don't know.
I'm not buying none of this stuff on the internet. Because if that's true, like I keep on saying, man, we gonna get our money off this internet. But it's if you really looking for somebody, man, everybody and they mama know where everybody is at. And if you really want to get somebody, all you gotta do is just do what you gonna do. You ain't gotta say nothing about it. It's not even this serious to even be talking about it. If you ain't gonna do nothing about it, it ain't nothing but conversation for the internet. Nobody that you see, every last person you see on this internet, even the ones who think they can't get caught, everybody know where you at. And it's so easy to find out where everybody is at. The best thing to do is get your money, man. All that tough talk and what you gonna do, none of that stuff is gonna fly, man. Because if that's what you was about, it would have been happened. Now, if somebody's serious about doing something to somebody, you don't expose the person that told you what he gonna do. Even if you didn't say his name, you gave a location.
Bruh, right? I don't know. And this is bizarre. And I do believe that what's happening now, because this is bizarre behavior. Freeway Rick is not somebody who has came online and tried to portray a gangster persona because his past is what it is, right? He was a drug kingpin. Right now, was he a violent kingpin? I don't know, but he was a kingpin.
He don't got to be violent. He don't, let me say something, man. The boss don't got to get his hands dirty. When you got that paper, things happen. Let's just say that. He ain't got to say nothing. Anybody who the boss and got that major paperwork, things happen.
So he never really had to validate his street credibility.
I mean, got that paper, that money. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody with that bag.
Because it was already there. Like, for God's sakes, Rick Ross took his entire identity. But when you come home and there are snitch allegations on you, you now got to flex that street muscle and that street credibility, which is what I think he's doing. Right? Like, this is the first time he kind of has to prove that he's good where he's from or he's good in the streets. And
let me tell you something. Let's just say if it did come out. Right. Or let's just say who at the end of the day, I bet you the rapper Rick Ross ain't gonna change his name. I bet you he won't change his name. Dude could have told on 1,000 people. That name is money. Rick Ross ain't changed. The rapper Rick Ross definitely ain't gonna change his name to Ricky Rose and take the Rick Ross off. You see that Rose, it stick, but it ain't stick. That Rick Ross is on everything.
This right here was an example. But when Wack responded back, it didn't really feel like the threat really got through. Wack states he don't really, think of Freeway Rick as a gangster who can hurt anybody. He thinks of him as somebody who's harmless.
Okay, well, whoever you are that just got out of prison, you should be back, or you should be over there shot back, because I definitely released the paperwork. And I don't know no Hoover, me personally, that's going to stand behind the paperwork. That's going to say, all right, well, we read the paperwork, but so what? So I don't know if he talking because he ain't from Hoover.
Unless he got some money. If you got that money, dudes don't care about none of that. I seen dudes who older than dudes who got money and me talking about, what's up, big homie? Man, wait a minute, ain't you older than him? What's up, man, that dude younger than you. When you got that bag, they'll turn they'll turn a blind eye to a whole lot of that stuff when you got that bread. They don't care about no paperwork. When you got some money, man, these dudes will sell their soul for a jelly roll, man. They don't care about that. I don't underestimate nobody. I don't think because this nigga's a snitch that he won't smoke me. I'm not that blind. I'm not crazy like that. Oh man, he's a snitch. That don't mean he's no buster. He just didn't want to go to jail. That's all that mean. A snitch is somebody who just didn't want to go to jail. That don't mean they not no killer. I'm not gonna underestimate him talking about he ain't gonna do nothing. Them be the ones who get you the first. It's a whole lot of dudes out here who done got smoked by a snitch.
Nigga, you ain't no gangster. You ain't never been from no set. You grew up where you grew up. But telling is telling. I sent to work. You know I sent to work. I sent to work. So whoever that is from Hoover, if he's telling the truth, brother, actually what I'll do, I'll put the work back up. That shit don't mean nothing. Like, I don't even think nobody told Rick nothing like that. Or if they did, they was trying to get a favor out of him. You know how people would do. They'll call.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody trying to get a favor. It sounds like somebody trying to get a favor. Because like I said, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And if it was 100, if it was sincere, Rick ain't got no business coming to the internet saying that. And somebody really told you that, hey, look, my nigga, man, cuz or blood said another thing, man, I'm gonna go chippy. And that's on the set. I'm gonna go chippy. Why would you come to the internet and say that?
And do that, but let's just be real. We had a conversation. I just simply said, look, bro, because you got to remember, I got blindsided. I used to defend Freeway Rick. You get what I'm saying? So when I get blindsided with it, I'm like, man, that's bullshit. You talking about the cop, whatever. They like, nah, bro, we ain't talking about the cop. This dude in Ohio, this other dude in New York, this, that.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. Y'all can go to Poetic Flacco page and watch the rest of it. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Freeway Rick just came to the internet? Was that a scare tactic and bluff to get Wack 100 to get off his line? Or do y'all think that is real? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that this cap, or do y'all think this something that Wack should be concerned about? If it was me, I'll look at it and say, I think I'll be like, I'm gonna just brush it off. But as far as me underestimate somebody and think because they did some foul that they wouldn't do nothing, I don't move like that. I think everybody, I don't care who it is, I think everybody would do something to you if they was put in that position. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.